Once upon a time in a kitchen drawer, there was a spoon named Spoonsy. Now, Spoonsy wasn't just any spoon. He was a big, shiny silver tablespoon with musical dreams. Every night after the family went to bed, he would sneak out of the drawer and tiptoe onto the windowsill. Then he would gaze up at the stars and dream of being a famous rock star. I want to join a band, he would sigh. I want to play rock music so loud and so proud that everyone will know my name, or at least my initials, which are Street, because I'm just a humble tablespoon. Every night, Spoonsy would practice his rock face in the moonlight. He would perfect his coolest poses and rehearse his most ferocious air guitar moves. And while he had no idea how to actually play an instrument, he did know how to make noise. Oh, boy, could he make noise? One night during one of his many practices, Spoonsy was joined by a fork named Forky. Now, Forky was a little guy with a lot of spunk. And although he was just a salad fork, he had big dreams of being a lead guitarist. Hey, you make some great music, little spoon, Forky said with a twirl of his fork tines. But you need some backup. How about I be your lead guitarist and you can be my tambourine player? And just like that, they were a duo. They jammed all night long, or at least until the sun started to come up and they had to get back into the drawer before anyone woke up. But they were having too much fun to care about anything else. I love making music with you, little spoon, Forky said as they took a break to catch their breath. We should really do this every night. I agree, said Spoonsy, still catching his breath. But what do you think we should call ourselves? We have to have a cool name so everyone will know it's us. They thought long and hard about this, trying out different names until finally Forky said, What about the Dish Wranglers? The Dish Wranglers, Spoonsy repeated. It's got a nice ring to it, but I think it needs a little something extra. How about if we add an ampersand, like the Dish Wranglers and Co., or the Dish Wranglers and Sons? What do you think? It's perfect, Forky said. I love it. The Dish Wranglers and Sons. And from that day on, they practiced in secret every single night, becoming better and louder with each passing week. Then one day, when they opened the drawer, they found something amazing. A whisk named Wispy had moved into the drawer, along with a spatula named Patty. Both of them loved to dance, and they wanted to learn how to do it to the coolest music ever. Who here likes to dance? Called out Patty, her voice as bubbly as suds. Because I sure do, and I want to dance to the best music ever. Well, then you've come to the right place, said Spoonsy. Me and Forky here in the Dish Wranglers and Sons are gonna play you some tunes. So they did. And when Spoonsy finished his first song, both Patty and Wispy were ecstatic. Oh, my spatula handle, Patty cried. That was amazing. Can we hear another? Of course, said Spoonsy. How about this one? And so he played. He played and he played until all the utensils in the drawer were up on their handles dancing. There was even a butter knife who broke into a tap dance routine while a pair of chopsticks did a soft shoe shuffle. All the utensils danced and sang along until finally Wispy, who was a bit of a control freak, said, Wait a minute, I haven't had my solo yet. Oh, I'm sorry, said Spoonsy. Let me play another one so you can show off your amazing whisking skills. And so they all danced and sang together as a group until sunrise, when they all had to go back to being kitchen utensils. But it wasn't long before they were all back in the drawer practicing and playing and dreaming of being rock stars. Soon, they were louder than ever, with Wispy adding amazing percussion by flicking her wires together, and Patty adding sweet background vocals with her spatula voice. Forky was a natural lead guitarist, always making sure to shred at exactly the right moment. And even the butter knife and chopsticks were learning how to sing harmony. They kept at it for weeks, getting louder and better until finally one day they decided, you know what? We're ready. We're ready to become famous. We're ready to tell the world about our band. But when they opened the drawer and told everyone they were starting a band, no one cared. In fact, no one even heard them. Ha, 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 said the chef's knife. You guys are so funny. You're such a bunch of jokesters. Yeah, added the spatula. If you guys are gonna keep pretending, then I'm gonna pretend to be the lead singer of the biggest rock band in the world. Ha, ha, ha. And the rest of the utensils in the drawer just laughed and carried on with their day. Now, this could have made the dish wranglers feel bad, but you know what? They didn't care. They knew how good they were, and they knew they would become famous. It just needed to happen on their own time. So they kept practicing in secret, determined to become famous someday. And that's when one night something amazing happened. The family was hosting a dinner party, and while they were all eating, the chef said, you know, I used to love rock music. Man, I wish I could turn down this terrible piped-in music and crank up the radio instead. As soon as those words left his mouth, a record player appeared on the table. Then from around the room, all the utensils magically floated up onto the counters and onto the record player. And when the chef turned up the volume, everyone started to dance and sing along. Is this real or is this a dream? Asked the wine bottle as she shimmied to the music. I don't know, said the salt shaker, but I sure love rock and roll. Then Spoonsy and the dish wranglers and sons jumped onto the turntable and started to play their instruments. The whole family looked over and watched in amazement as the little spoon shredded on his guitar. Forky bowed deeply and started laying down some mean guitar riffs, while Wispy sang lead vocals and Patty sang backup. The other utensils joined in too, with the butter knife doing a little dancey dance and the chopsticks adding some cool percussion. The family loved it. The mom cheered and the dad tapped his foot, and even the chef couldn't help but bob his head to the music. When the song was over, they all applauded and the dish wranglers and sons took their bows. Wow, said the spoon. We really are rock stars. After the party ended and everyone was asleep, Spoonsy and the gang all met back in the drawer. Guys, I gotta say, that was the best night ever, said Patty, her spatula frame gleaming with excitement. I know, said Wispy. It was amazing. I can't wait to do it again. Me neither, said Forky, his fork tine shaking with glee. Being rock stars isn't so bad after all. And so they dreamed of becoming famous, playing night after night until one day they realized they didn't need to dream. Because in their secret world, in their magical kitchen, they already were the end.